to continue with the election, occasioned by threat to peace and security of electoral officials and materials. Electoral officials and materials should be underlined in the case of Roma, where PBAS did not function, and I argued it out. The Commission shall suspend the election and appoint another date for the continuation of the election or the process. Secondly, if we evoke the principle of lead of budget enshrined in the Electoral Act of 2022, the rejected vote, according to results submitted local government by local government, is far higher than the lead of budget. This is just to inform you when you are through with your final collation, and this happens, you find it to be true. So that you will know that the election shall be inconclusive and a rerun should be ordered where necessary. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. I am sure that all those issues have been looked into. So thank you very much. Come and present yourself. Thank you very much.
Okay, they just trying to
So we are bringing bigotry to what is bigotry about and tribalism brought to you. Where did you go? That's in Nigeria. 5-8. 4 seconds. 1 9.
Come down. That is just get up.
I just took it. I'm going to pick anyone that something like this. BBC collected the engineering salary. Total number one pay. I go read for how to also say. Yeah, you see, BBC collected. How one day do that?
All right, thanks for staying tuned. We're still keeping an eye on the Ogun Collation Center there in Abeokuta, where now, from all indications, the results are in, and collation is now taking place. The final collation, I believe this is, prior to the announcement, the final announcement. So we'll be going back to Abeokuta for that. Before then, of course, we were in River State, we were in Port Harcourt, where collation, of course, and submission of results was also ongoing. That one has proved quite contentious. Many of the party agents that were in the collation center arguing that so much happened behind the scenes before the results got to Port Harcourt. So quite a lot of contention with that. We're keeping our eye on that as well. But thanks for staying tuned. This is the 2023 Verdict State Elections. My name is Ladi Akiridoluali, and as usual, I'm here with Bukola Samuel Wemimo. Hi, Buki.
Yeah, hi, Ladi. It's good to be here again with you. Speaking of Port Harcourt, River State, that's quick progress. If you recall, you know, the event of yesterday. Yes. When elections were postponed in a number of local government areas. We spoke to the
AIG in charge of elections in Rivers, and then the PRO of INEC.
So there were concerns in Gokana local government, Degema local government, and another local government that I can't quite remember at this time, but if results have already begun
to flow in from the others where elections took place, and
so we might be getting results quick and fast from River State. Not to forget also that you know, the collation center in Kaduna was supposed to resume at 5 p.m.
Right.
And
so we're waiting on them for that as well. And once we have that, we'll be juggling a lot of things for you, so that we're able to bring it to you real time.
Because by now, Nigerians are looking forward to who won what local governments were, you know, taken by who, and we're keeping our eyes, you know, closely on that for you.
We're also keeping our eyes on Lagos, the commercial nerve center of the country, where, as at the last check, 19 of the 20 local government results had been submitted.
Had come in.
And you know, they're just waiting for one local government. And that one local government, of course, is that which has the Victoria Garden City in it, where elections were still taking place today.
Yeah.
And, collation, sorting, counting, and declarations would naturally delay the results of that final local government. But we're expecting that too, and once that happens, we hope that we'll be able to bring that to you.
And don't forget also Benue, the Collation Center was supposed to resume at 5 p.m. We haven't quite gotten updates from that, but as at the last check, 10 local government areas had been declared from Benue State. So more results will flowing any moment now. We'll keep our eyes on that process for you as well.
Quite a lot of results coming in. Of course, one clear result that has already come in is that of Oyo State, where the incumbent governor, Seyi Makinde, has won his re-election for the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. So that one is clear, and we're waiting for others. But at this time, perhaps...
At this time, Ladi, you can also, keep a close watch on the process yourself by visiting INEC's portal. Results are coming in quick and fast. As at now, I've checked Zamfara, 80% of results have been uploaded. Yobe, 94% of results have been uploaded. So it's as if this entire...
That's just 2 states, though.
2 states.
So you can check others the ones
yourself.
That interest you.
Yeah.
The iReV portal, of course, is also being populated, although there are still questions about whether it's been populated fast enough. It's supposed to be a real time and so on. There you have it. This is the one for Lagos, where many eyes are on, and you can go there and check it yourself, to know what's happening. I beg your pardon? I'm not able to see it from this distance, but a significant percentage of the results have come in from there.
Okay, 89.4% of results have been uploaded. That should have been 90% or 98% of results uploaded, considering we're
only waiting for one local government. But definitely, well, some would say an improvement on the elections of February the 25th.
The experience of February the 25th.
With, the presidential elections. But you can go there yourself, and this is the beauty of this. You can go there yourself and go through the portal. Whichever state that interests you, you can check. In the case of Rivers, for example, yet again, another interesting state where we've been following. It's 80.6% of the results that are in. So in some ways, you could say in some of those states, the results are somewhat keeping up with the declarations. The posting of such results is somewhat keeping up with those. Of course, we're waiting. Pius Angbo in Makurdi, Benue is about now set. We'll be going to him in a couple of minutes because I see that he's buzzing. He's buzzing.
Raring to go.
Yeah, he's buzzing and he's calling my phone. But I know that the producers, of course, are waiting for him to come up so that perhaps we can get more of the announcements.
In Kano,
then of course Kano too.
We have over 74% of results have been uploaded in Kano State. That's a keenly contested state in terms of party formation. So it'll be interesting to see how the process turns out in Kano State.
And it is very important for people to understand what exactly this is all about. The iReV is a portal where everyday citizens, everyone can go and check results. You don't have to be an INEC official. You don't have to be a media person. Just about anyone who has interest in our elections. This is Kaduna now. 89.4% of the results are also up in Kaduna, which is another state which is being eagerly watched, particularly because of what happened with the presidential elections. Yes. So this is another state that is being watched, and many of those who are interested in those results can go there and check. All other states, Cross River,
perhaps we should go to the southeast and look at some other interesting states.
Yes,
Abia, for instance.
Yes, Enugu is also there. We're opening up Enugu for you. 97.2% of the results in Enugu are in.
Okay.
So again, that is
so we should be getting a pronouncement from that state very soon.
Very soon. So quite a lot of results.
Yeah. Perhaps we should look at Abia. Okay, we're going to Ebonyi now. We'll get to Abia for you. And Abia, we have...
yes, this is Abia.
94.24% of results have come in from Abia State. So any moment now, of course, we should be getting, you know, a clear direction as to where Abia would go in a few months from now.
A few moments, you mean?
Well, a few moments. By few moments, I'm referring to swearing in.
Yes, okay, a few months swearing
a few months swearing
in. A few moments results.
Results, yes.
So I quite a lot there for aficionados of results to chew on. So you can go there and check the results out, just like we have showed you exactly what is going on. But back here in the studios, even as we wait, and we're keeping an eye on all those collation centers we mentioned in Lagos, in Ogun, and in a couple of other states, you know, we ought to now be taking a look at some of the issues surrounding results. And in that case, of course, we know that there have been quite a number of issues that have come up surrounding the results, and that's what we want to take some kind of look at in this case. And it's very important because now attention is probably going to shift slightly away from, you know, the process of results and how whoever it was that won and all of that, and now come to the issue of the procedure post, you know, the results. And for that, we're being joined in our Lagos studios here by Mr. Shola Adeyegbe, who is a legal practitioner. Thank you very much for joining us on this Sunday evening, taking our time from your rest period.
Thank you, Buki and Ladi. I'm happy to be here. The last time I was at Channels was when you were at Etibet's place and also at your Maryland office.
Indeed.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Long time
I'm glad that it's a beautiful studio.
You're welcome back. You're welcome back. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Let's, even while we wait for all of this, of course, in the presidential election, there were a lot of issues, particularly around the upload of results to this iReV portal, which we've just been showing our viewers, and the fact that, you know, INEC had promised the electorate that, you know, as soon as results were declared at the polling unit, they'll be uploaded, and if you went there, you could see it and all of that. That didn't happen. In this case, even in this election, you know, it's faster, but it's not quite real time. But does this, legally speaking, have anything to do in terms of the validity of results, you know, thus declared?
Thank you very much. This is a very, very topical issue because the entire election of 25th of February has been viewed in this prism that INEC promised something and didn't deliver on it. You promised that you would upload results real time. And that's a very serious phrase to use, real time. What does that mean, really? It means that as you are doing a transaction, it goes to where it should go at that same time. We are transmitting this recording, this interaction now, real time. But what the Beavers does, I would want to say it in a second, what it does when it comes to transmission or transfer. The officer of INEC, after the voting, records what the results are into a form called the EC8A. It scans that through the Beavers to the iReV. That's a transfer of document. That is, by any stretch, not a real-time transmission anymore. You are just sending a recorded document by PDF into another equipment, the iReV. That's what it is. In your banking transaction, for instance, that's real-time. You pay me 10 naira. It wants to say send. It comes to me. So unless INEC has a device where, as I'm thumb printing right now in my polling unit, it goes to INEC servers. That's real time, in simple and short. What we have today is like INEC promising what it does not have the capacity to do. That's what it is. What does the law say, and what does the regulation say, is what I will hinge my own arguments upon because of my profession as a lawyer. I'm in the realist school of thought, and also what is just. So what does the law say? Even if INEC chairman has promised the world, I will transmit real time, he can say what he wants to say. But what does the law guiding him say?
But what the law says, has had a shadow of doubt cast upon it, particularly after the presidential election, when we heard party agents and, all other election watchers argue vigorously that INEC was not bound to upload the results real time, that it could have uploaded the results at a time convenient for it. So where does that leave what the law says about the uploading of results to the iReV portal?
Nice question, Buki. What does the law say? What does the regulation say? It says 3 things must happen after the voting. The presiding officer has a duty to transfer the result, which has been recorded into the Form EC8A, into the INEC Collation Center. That's one. He also, number 2 now, he also must upload it with the VVAC machine to the iReV. That's number 2. Number 3, he must take the VVAC machine itself and the Form EC8A, which has been signed by himself and the party agents, to the Collation Center.
I need to put you on pause. I did say this before we go. Let's go to Ogun Collation Center, where, as expected, the final result is about to be announced.
I now want to go ahead to declare the 2023 governorship election. To declare the result. When you have the results of the 2023 governorship election in Ogun State. So first, let me first read the summary of the results of local government area. Number 1, Abeokuta North. Number of registered voters, 167,753. Number of accredited voters, 37,553. 37,553. And now the votes as received by the parties. Party A, 29. 29. AA, 09. AAC, 95. 95. ATC, 9143. 9143. APP, 178. 178. APC, 14294. 14294. APM, 57. APP, 13. 13. NNPP, 34. 34. NRM, 30. PDP 12622. 12622. PRP 07. SDP 10. Total valid votes 36521. 36521. Rejected votes 1018. 1018. Total votes cast 37539. 37539. Abeokuta South. Number of registered voters 242,151. 242,151. Number of accredited voters 55718. 55718. Now votes as received by the parties. Hey! Please don't disrupt this presentation. There are ways in which you can show you have written and you have done all that you needed to do. I am on Abeokuta South. Party A 49. 49. Party AA 34. 34. Party AAC 235. 235. Party ADC 9264. 9264. Party ADP 213. 213. Party APC 19689. 19689. Party APM 251. 251. Party APP 29. 29. Party NNPP 99. Party NRM 55. Party PDP 24175. Party PRP 15. SDP 31. Total valid votes 54139. 54139. Rejected votes 1579. Total votes cast 55718. Ado Odota. Number of registered voters 390,175. 390,175. Number of accredited voters 86304. Party A 99. AA 59. AAC 275. ADC 12174. ADP 419. APC 39006. APM 149. APP 33. NNPP 194. NRM 102. PDP 31022. PRP 24. SDP 60. Total valid votes 83616. Rejected votes 2688. Total vote cast 86304. Egbado North.
Number of registered voters, 130063. Number of accredited voters, 41016. Now, votes as received by the various political parties. Party A, 51. AA, 14. AAC, 308. ADC, 12190. ADP, 202. APC, 15331. APM, 87. APP, 15. NNPP, 64. NRM, 48. PDP, 11627. PRP, 20. SDP, 23. Total valid votes, 39980. Rejected votes, 1031. Total votes cast, 41011. Egbado South. Number of registered voters, 133001. Number of accredited voters, 34213. Now, votes are received by the various political parties. Party A, 41. AA, 24. AAC, 165. ADC, 6435. ADP, 127. APC, 15047. APM, 155. APP, 12. NNPP, 75. NRM, 52. PDP, 10913. PRP, 11. SDP, 07. Total valid votes, 33064. Rejected votes, 1149. Total votes cast, 34213. Ewekuru. Number of registered voters, 94681. Number of accredited voters, 20415. Now, votes received by the various political parties. Party A, 40. AA, 18. AAC, 72. ADC, 3881. ADP, 96. APC, 8192. APM, 28. APP, 03. NNPP, 60. NRM, 47. PDP, 7449. PRP, 09. SDP, 07. Total valid votes, 19902. Rejected votes, 511. Total votes cast, 20413. E4. Number of registered voters, 261988. Number of accredited voters, 51482. Now votes by the parties. Party A, 182. AA, 62. AAC, 166. ADC, 11040. ADP, 265. APC, 20653. APF, 99. APP, 10. NNPP, 154. NRF, 58. PDP, 16052. PRP, 25. SDP, 38. Total valid vote, 48804. Rejected vote, 2678. Total votes cast, 51482. Ijebu East. Number of registered voters, 77,171. Number of accredited voters, 21,896. Now the vote as received by the various political parties. Party A, 27. AA, 22. AAC, 60. ADC, 1885. ADP, 105. APC, 7883. APF, 25. APP, 06. NNPP, 45. NRF, 39. PDP, 11242. PRP, 03. SDP, 10. Total valid votes, 21352. Rejected votes, 542. Total votes cast, 21894. Ijebu North. Number of registered voters, 133122. Number of accredited voters, 38340. Votes by the party. Party A, 26. AA, 36. AAC, 82. ADC, 2393. ADP, 128. APC, 18815. APF, 29. APP, 05. NNPP, 22. NRF, 26. PDP, 15904. PRP, 08. SDP, 04. Total valid vote, 37478. Rejected votes, 848. Total vote cast, 38326. Ijebu Northeast. Number of registered voters, 52457. Number of accredited voters, 14687. Now votes by the various political parties. Party A, 05. AA, 05. AAC, 40. ADC, 1448. ADP, 44. APC, 5408. APF, 15. APP, 03. NNPP, 27. NRF, 13. PDP, 7086. PRP, 00. SDP, 08. Total valid votes, 14102. Rejected votes, 357. Total vote cast, 144 459. Ijebu-Ode local government. Number of registered voters 90760. Number of accredited voters 25730. Now votes by the parties. Party A 11, AA 05, AAC 35, ADC 1348, ADP 110, APC 12907, APF 29, APP 06, NNPP 36, NRM 29, PDP 10714, PRP 07, SDP 20, total valid vote 25257, rejected vote 473. Total vote cast 25730. Ikene. Number of registered voters 68613. Number of accredited voters 23564. Now votes received by the various political parties. Party A 04. AA 00, AAC 13, ADC 336, ADP 58, APC 9125, APM 26, APP 05, NNPP 09, NRM 15. PDP 12472, PRP 04, SDP 02. Total valid votes 22069. Rejected votes 392. Total vote cast 22461. Imeko Afon, local government. Number of registered voters 70223. Number of accredited voters 23708. Now votes as received by the parties. Party A 14, AA 03, AAC 61. ADC 614, ADP 69, APC 9591, APF 34, APP 04, NNPP 93, NRF 26, PDP 6981, PRP 47, SDP 03. Total valid vote 23050. Rejected vote 658. Total vote card 23708. Ipokia local government. Number of registered voters 136281. Number of accredited voters 45035. Now votes by the parties. Party A 15, AA 17, AAC 83, ADC 1897, ADP 143, APC 21338, APF 876, APP 19, NNPP 46, NRF 58, PDP 19189, PRP 14, SDP 08, Total valid votes 43,703. Rejected votes 1328. Total vote cast 45031. Obafemi Owode local government. Number of registered voters 179,696. Number of accredited voters 33492. Then votes as called by the various political parties. Party A 40. Party AA 29. Party AAC 157. Party ADC 5105. ADP 183. APC 15466. APM 64. APP 17. NNPP 275. NRM 41. PDP 11004. PRP 14. SDP 77. Total valid votes 32472. Rejected votes 1020. Total vote cast 33492. Odeda local government. Number of registered voters 94048. Number of accredited voters 23975. Votes as called by the various political parties. Party A 31. AA 15. AAC 109. ADC 3651. ADP 112. APC 11098. APF 33. APP 10. NNPP 31. NRF 30. PDP 8050. PRP 13. SDP 166. Total valid vote 23349. Rejected vote 626. Total vote cast 23975. Odogbolu local government. Number of registered voters 95530. Number of accredited voters 24041. Then votes scored by the parties. Party A 11. AA 08. AAC 45. ADC 1281. ADP 70. APC 9143. APF 31. APP 02. NSPP 10. NRF 26. PDP 12963. PRP 05. SDP 13. Total valid vote 23608. Rejected vote 429. Total vote cast 24037. Ogun Waterside local government. Number of registered voters 52359. Number of accredited voters 17345. Now votes are scored by the parties. Party A 10. AA 10. AAC 541. ADC 2575. ADP 57. APC 5878. APF 21. APP 04. NNPP 56. NRF 15. PDP 7716. PRP 02. SDP 03. Total vote cast 16888. Rejected votes 456. Total vote cast 17344. Raymond North. Number of registered voters 48886. Number of accredited voters 13187. Now votes scored by the party. Party A 07. Party AA 00. AAC 14. ADC 327. ADP 49. APC 4306. APF 11. APP 04. NNPP 06. NRF 22. PDP 8177. PRP 11. SDP 05. Total valid vote 12939. Rejected vote 248. Total vote cast 13187. Shagamu local government. Number of registered voters 169347. Number of accredited voters 34705. Now votes scored by the parties. Party A 32. Party AA 12. AAC 57. ADC 2257. ADP 142. APC 13128. APF 46. APP 07. NNPP 58. NRF 47. PDP 17025. PRP 09. SDP 20. Total valid vote 32840. Rejected votes 804. Total votes cast 33644. Now the total number of votes. Number of registered voters 268,8305.
Is it overall?
Number of accredited voters 666,406.
You cannot misinform the public. Please, please. You cannot afford to misinform the public. Please. So you tell us that you are not
you can't stop the when I finish you can make your observation, please don't disrupt the subject. Please sit down. I have completed all the 20 local governments, and now the total number of votes.
Now you are talking.
Number of registered voters 263,8305. Number of accredited voters
We need this figure for government.
Number, total, no, wait. Total number of votes, 2688305. 2688305. Don't worry, this total number of votes, I will repeat it twice. Number of accredited voters, 666,406. 666,406. Then the votes as received by the various political parties. Party A, 724. 724. Party AA, 382. 382. Party AAC, 2613. 2613. ADC, 94754. 94754. ADP, 2770. 2770. Party APC, 276298. 276298. APF, 2066. 2066. Party APP, 207. 207. Party NNPP, 1394. Party NRM, 779. 779. PDP, 262383. 262383. 262383. Party PRP, 248. 248. 248. Party SDP, 515. Now the total valid votes. 3 for all the parties now. 645,133. 645,133. Rejected vote, 18835. Total votes cast. Rejected vote, 18835. Total votes cast. Total votes cast. 6, 3, 9, 6, 8. 6, 3, 9, 6, 8. 6, 3, 9, 6, 8. And that concludes
Total registered voters. Yes, council, yes.
council votes. Overall council votes. Yes, now. I'm not what I hope to declare the result. I will now go ahead for the declaration of the result. I will call the name of the candidate and then the total votes in figures and also in words. Both in figures and in words. Omosoya Abayomi Monsuru, political party A, 724. Adeyemi probably I should go ahead to state my name and so on. I, Professor Kayode Adebowale, Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan, hereby certify that I am the returning officer for the 2023 Ogun State governorship election that was held on the 18th of March, 2023. The election was contested and the candidates received the following votes. I'm going to start again. Omosoya Abayomi Monsuru, political party A, 724. Adeyemi Samuel Olufemi, party AA, 382. Harrison Adeyemi, AAC, 2613, 2613. Adelawa Mayemilola Michael, ADC, 94754. 94,754. Shokubi Kazim Olarewaju, ADP, 2770. 2,770. Abiodun Adedapo Oluseun, APC, 276,298. 276,298. Jola Oluwa Olutosin Emmanuel, APM, 2066, 2066. Falana Olufemi Omoshile, APP, 207, 207. Ogutoyinbo Olufemi Ajadi, NNPP, 1394, 1394. Ogurombi Tofunmi Oludayo, NRM 779, 779. Adebutu Oladikupo Olatunde, PDP 262383, 262,383. Johnson Cyprus Oluwaseun, PRP 248, 248. Ojeshina Anthony Olawumi, SDP 515, 515. That Abiodun Adedapo Oluseun of APC, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected. Thank you very much. In political parties, the representatives of the political parties can come and sign.
staying with us. There you have it, the final announcement of the collated results from the Ogun State governorship election there from the INEC Collation Center in Abeokuta. The state collation officer for the governorship election has just announced that the candidate of the APC, Prince Dapo Abiodun, has won his re-election bid for the governorship of Ogun State, defeating the PDP candidate by a margin of just over 10,000 votes, if I'm correct. One has 276, 298.
That's the APC.
That was the APC actually having 276, 298. The PDP with 262, 383. So there you have it, the final collated results there. Prince Dapo Abiodun has won his re-election bid as officially declared by INEC. We also understand, of course, that there have been a couple of other declared results. We're waiting for the one from Akwa Ibom State, where we understand that the candidate of the
PDP,
yes, Democratic Party has won the governorship of Akwa Ibom State.
So let's just look at the details here.
I see that yes. So let's
the candidates.
Let's hear Chris. Let's hear Chris, please.
Of this election, and he's been returned unopposed. In the course of the day, we should be able to have a 1 or 2 with the governor, and I'm sure that any moment from now we should get a live feed from that place. But for now, we're still right here at the State Collation Center, where the governor, Dapo Abiodun, has been declared winner of the March 18 election, which took place yesterday. Remember that it was keenly contested, especially in the Ogun East Senatorial District, where the PDP actually had a fit day. Of course, the PDP won lots of the local governments around there. But in total, the governor actually came first, and he has been declared the winner of the election. We hope to bring you updates as the day proceeds.
All right, thanks very much, Chris Ilems there, our correspondent at the INEC Collation Center in Abeokuta, the capital of Ogun State. Once again, INEC has declared that Prince Dapo Abiodun, the incumbent governor of Ogun State, has won his re-election bid on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, the APC. And as we were saying just before Chris came up, the result of the Akwa Ibom governorship election is also in. There you have it on our results alert platform there. Pastor Umo Eno of the PDP has won that election. He scored a total of 356,346 votes to win the Akwa Ibom state governorship election over all other contestants. We will have the details of the official announcement shortly, hopefully during the course of this broadcast. But there you have it now. 3 results have now come in officially. Akwa Ibom, Ogun, and then, of course, Oyo states. Those 3 states have been declared. Oyo State was won by PDP's incumbent governor, Seyi Makinde, and then, of course, Ogun State was won by the APC's incumbent governor, Dapo Abiodun, and now Akwa Ibom has been won by the candidate of the PDP, Pastor Umo Eno. While we wait for other results, let's get back to our guest in the studio. We were talking about the whole issue of beavers, and you know, as more of these results come in, you were about to tell us, you know, what the legal position is in terms of transmission of results and whether or not, Buki was asking, you know, the fact that whether you INEC fulfilled this promise or not, has, legal implications for the results so declared, because they are free to give us guidelines. That's what the law says, that in a manner which INEC prescribes.
Correct.
Right. Now, if it is in a manner in which INEC prescribes, and INEC has prescribed that they are going to give us results real time on a portal and all of that, so if they don't, shouldn't that have some kind of bearing on the results?
It will, if INEC does not follow the regulations they have themselves stipulated. We can then ask ourselves, what are the INEC regulations about this election? What is written down by their own regulation? And it's written down. Anyone can go and check, and it's written in nice English. After voting, the presiding officer transfers the results to a collation center of INEC. The officer goes one more step by transferring that form EC8A through beavers, by scanning it by the beavers into the iReV. Number 3, it takes that machine called the beavers with the form EC8A signed by the polling agents of the parties and himself to the registration area / ward collation center. All these 3 steps are written on each of them as prescribed by INEC, as prescribed by INEC, as prescribed by INEC. So what happened on February 25? Elections were conducted. They were recorded at each polling unit
on that form
EC8A.
Right.
So I want to check whether INEC actually fulfilled their own regulation. So they put it on the form. They were to transmit it or transfer it to the collection center, and also do it by beavers to iReV. They do it, they started doing it on that day. By 10 p.m., the first ones were being received by the iReV. The regulation didn't say it must be real time.
That was a personal promise from INEC's officials.
Exactly. Now, it didn't say number of days that you must upload by beavers to the iReV. It must be done. But the third one, which says you must take the beavers to the collection center, obviously must be done immediately after you close voting. And they did just that. They took those from EC8A
along with the
beavers machines to the collection centers.
So can that loophole be legislated upon to avoid any subversion of the process in the future, as it's been suspected now,
that will be the recommendation.
In the presidential election.
That will be a beautiful recommendation. But I'll go further to say that from the regulations today, as they stand, INEC cannot actually be accused of not following their regulation, because they did. Substantially, because they started that upload on day 1, and they continued doing it. Now, the upload of beavers to the iReV is not as though that's the only way to cross-check what has happened. What is actually important is the form EC8A signed by the polling officer, or the presiding officer, and the polling agents of parties. In fact, the regulation says that that is the building block of collation. The collation is not based on the ones on the iReV. Indeed, one section there, 93, of that regulation says that once voting has been done and it gets to collation centers, you use the document from the last place, which is, in this case, the polling units. And that if for any reason we can't find that form, you then look at the iReV. It goes further to say that if for any reason the one in iReV is not even there too, you then ask the party agents and the police for their own photocopy of that Form ECHA. So that is the fallback position. That tells you the importance of that hard copy Form ECHA is the key, because that one is signed by the polling agents of parties, which is transmitted to the parties' institutional room of the parties themselves. So they know the answer, they know the results from midnight that day. Because what does it take for the agent to do what? To snap what has been snapped to the beavers and to the iReV. Snap it also with your WhatsApp to your party situation room. And they see the result from you. And it's credible. Indeed, many people have seen today on TV who are saying that what is on the iReV is not okay. They have to prove that by referring to the Form ECHA, which is the original thing. So,
which everyone was supposed to have
signed. So had to have signed.
So now, sir, it appears as if, you know, I wonder if we didn't quite anticipate all of the challenges accompanying the use of the beavers, because this is the first time Nigeria is deploying it on a large scale. You know, we used it for the Ekiti election, one off-cycle election. We used it for the Osun election, one off-cycle election. But during the presidential election, opposition parties contested the outcome of that result, and then they demanded inspection of the materials or of the information on the INEC website. They went to court. INEC sought, you know, the position of the court to vary the order, and then said that it wanted to reconfigure the beaver. So did we anticipate all of this? You know, what lessons are we learning from it for future references, for future elections? Because the result is being doubted now, you know, of the data that is on the beavers.
Number one, we are glamorizing the beavers as though we have moved many steps forward. We have moved forward with the beavers. But what does the beavers actually give us? In this election, we have moved a few steps forward from the past. And what is it? The beavers today will accredit a voter. It will ensure that the person holding that PVC is a man before the INEC official and is accredited by his fingerprints and his facial recognition. So we now know today, and that's why I can say to the world, so much number of people are in this polling unit, and it's not controverted because it's already, the people who vote are in the beavers machine already. Maybe there are 1,000 people in the beavers machine, pre-recorded, because INEC has all the details of everybody who has been registered to vote. When you come, and out of the 1,000 people, only 700 people show up. It's recorded in the beavers that only 700 show up. So you can't have a result that would have 1 million voters. It will be cancelled on the spot, because that means it's false. So beavers has done that for us, and it's great. It's a huge departure from the past. So we must praise INEC for this beavers machine that they introduced. To that extent of, okay, we now know number of voters. We also know one more thing. We know that from that point, you record the results, and you now put it in beavers also to capture it. It's there. It doesn't need internet service to do that, to scan and all that. So it's recorded and it's kept in that machine. Even if they fail to transfer to iReV in the same day, it doesn't matter. It's still there. So you can go and check later on. But the real thing is the one that is signed by the parties.
But what we also know is that there's a possibility in the future that opposition parties will contest the results of the elections. And I've asked that, because we now know that, should we now deploy beavers, purchase beavers on a larger scale? So INEC doesn't present a position or an excuse, as is being viewed in some quarters, that it needs to reconfigure the data on the beavers before it can make it available for inspection.
Yes, they have to reconfigure for each election. That's also a technical issue, which I can't actually speak to. But they've also said that after that reconfiguration and after the elections, you can still come back and inspect, and you will find whatever was recorded for the election.
But there's a huge level of distrust.
Ah, yes.
Coloring that process.
Definitely there is. You see, What it is now is that we must live with what we have today. What we have today is a beavers that has ensured that only accredited people vote. And nobody can turn around to add voters or add figures to it. That is big. And I say kudos to them. But to see beavers as a magical wand that has now turned election in Nigeria to foolproof is not so. That's just what it is. Because even when you upload to iReV, it does not guarantee anything. It does not, because that doesn't mean that that is the right thing that has been uploaded. Because by the time the agents turn back, right, anybody can TPEX before they upload. Because if the man says, I can upload now, you go home, I will upload later, which is what happened in that last election. He now TPEX it and send it to iReV. So in iReV, you'll find all sort of things. But that is not a problem. Why? Because the original one has been signed by all parties. And that is what
they're supposed to have copies. So even if you TPEX after they've left,
forget it.
The one you've uploaded, which you've TPEXed, has no value, provided one of the agents of the parties or any of the others who are having copies and come up and say, this was the one we signed, this is it. Exactly. It's not the same thing as the one on the iReV.
And one more thing I want to add is that even if they actually fail to transmit it to iReV, it does not invalidate the elections. I will want Nigerians to know that today, that failure to transmit it, whether you call it real time or same day or 2 days after, it does not invalidate the elections, because the regulations say that it is the form ECHA that is the building block for collation. They will not even use your iReV for collation. What does the iReV do? The iReV allows you and I to go to the INEC portal to see. I can see my polling unit's election result today. And for many people I've spoken to, it actually matches what happened in their polling units. Many that we have seen today that we saw pictures of dogs and cats in the iReV, how many are they? Will this change the results from what we have today? And again, it will be more credible for parties who are disputing these elections, who have this distrust, to say to the world, our party agents who are the polling units have sent us their own results that is snapped. We have won based on those results, and we'll show it in court. If they said that today, then the people who have been declared winners will be holding their breath, because they know that, they have something. But they're not saying that. All I'm hearing is, without that transmission to beavers, from beavers to iReV, no elections. What is more credible? To say, cancel an election because you did not upload through beavers to iReV, that's one proposition. Cancel it because you didn't transmit, as you said you will. Or number two, cancel this election because what you've announced in your collation center nationally
is different from what we have.
What we have. And we have it. In fact, we'll announce to the world, Abia State, Enugu State, in short form, and we will show you all the polling unit papers when we reach the court. Then everybody will be waiting for that day in court. But they're not saying that. So we should look at the whole thing in an equitable way. If we must come to equity, let's come with clean hands. Let's not vilify INEC too much. Yeah, they did a tacky job coming late to the venue of voting and not uploading on time, but they did eventually. It took them 14 days, 12 days to do it, but it has been done. They did it. So they followed the regulation. Real time is not
is not in the
regulation.
Which is where perhaps the issues.
So maybe in future we can put that there, but on one condition: can INEC fulfill that? Do we have the technical capacity to do it? Is it doable? Because it's no point to use a regulation that is not doable.
So what was different, between now, these elections, governorship and state assembly elections? I noted yesterday, less than 3 hours after the conclusion of official polling time, results had already begun being uploaded. But during the presidential election, Nigerians had 1 or 2 days to wait. So what was different?
Well, I can't speak for INEC, actually.
But what can you glean? Yes, what can you glean?
Look, you see, one thing I am not really good at, unless I'm writing some satire, is conspiracy theories. But if I must write a satire for you on that, I can write a conspiracy theory on that also. It's because somebody wants to rig somewhere. That's why they are delaying it. But one can say that even if anybody does that, you see, the fact is, if anyone does that to deceive the world and fill up something else into the iReV, thinking he has succeeded in rigging himself into power, the other side will not watch and let him go away with it. They will show the Form ECHA of the polling units around the country. And it will prove that they're just liars, they're pretenders to victory. So it will be found out.
Well, we'll wait to see that. Speaking of the results management process, during the governorship and state elections, the National Collation Center is pretty much de-emphasized. So we don't have that regular briefings that we have from the INEC chairman, who has, pretty much concluded his work of declaring the president-elect. But there's been a lot of concerns arising from the governorship elections in states this time around. For instance, in River State yesterday, we heard differing accounts from the AIG in charge of the elections in River State over which local governments will have a repeat of the elections today. There are also concerns, in some parts of Lagos, VGC, for instance. So where do we take all of these concerns to? What questions should we be asking INEC about, a central briefing of all of these concerns, such that we're not wondering what exactly is happening?
Before we go to that, the results are in from Kwara State as well, and what we have now is that the incumbent governor, Abdurrahman Abdulrazak of the All Progressives Congress, has been declared winner of the governorship election in Kwara State. He polled 273,424 votes to win, beating the closest candidate that was of the PDP, Abdullah Yamin, who polled 155,490 votes. So that's another result from Kwara, where you have the results from Kwara. The incumbent governor of the APC has won that election. From there, let's go to Port Harcourt in River State, where our correspondent Charles Oporum is on standby. Good evening, Charles.
Yeah, good evening, Laddie. Can you hear me clearly?
Absolutely. Please go ahead.
All right, good evening from Port Harcourt here in River State. I am speaking to you from the Collation Center, which is inside the premises of the River State INEC headquarters here on Aba Road in Port Harcourt. The State Collation Officer, Professor Akpofure Rimruke, has just announced that collation has been suspended for today and will reconvene here at 10 a.m. tomorrow. However, before that announcement came, he had, rather not he, 17 results had been brought in here. The first was Tai, and the last result was Oba, Ibemandoni local government area. So we are still expecting 6 more results by tomorrow. Something that is interesting and worthy of note is that every single result that was announced here at the collation center by the electoral officer and the local government collation officer was always challenged by the opposition parties. Every single one of them, every single, except the last one, which was Oba Mandoni local government. And, they were very vociferous, shouting about what they refer to as irregularities, in the electoral process in the state. So, but the state collation officer has told them to put their grievances in writing and attach their evidence and bring to him, and he would definitely follow it up. But nonetheless, he has received all the results. One of the party agents of I think the SDP, if I'm not mistaken, a guy called Salvation, demanded that the results be cancelled, citing irregularities and saying that the state collation officer had the power to reject results. But the collation officer said, no, I do not have those powers. The Electoral Act does not vest in me the powers to reject any results once they are brought to me. However, I can review. If you have the evidence, I can take a look at it subsequently. And he's asked them to put it in writing. So I don't know what is going to happen by tomorrow. What I do know for sure is that 17 results have been declared, and we are awaiting 6. Ladi.
Thank you very much, Charles Oporom. Apart from the contention, of course, we were all watching, so we saw the contention by the opposition political parties that you referred to as each of those results came in and were being announced. But apart from that, you remember that in the previous elections, we had issues with security. Have there been any issues around security this time, especially now that we're at the level of collation and announcement of results there in Port Harcourt?
Okay, so the issues that have to do with security are quite contentious. Now, yesterday, we lost, or rather, the campaign DG of the All Progressives Congress in Ahoda West local government. His name is Chisom Leonard. He was killed yesterday. We tried to find out the details. It was just this afternoon that the Rivers State Police Command released a statement acknowledging the death of the young man and promising that they were going to, get to the bottom of it. So that is a huge worry, the issue of security. Here at the Collation Center, we've not had any security breach so far. Nobody has attempted any form of trying to breach the peace, apart from, of course, the party agents shouting, raising their voices, which is just talking from their seats. They haven't tried to disrupt the process by physically manhandling anybody. We haven't seen that happen here in the Collation Center. Outside the building, the premises, it's cordoned off. The road, if you know Port Harcourt very well, you will know that Aba Road is a relatively busy road, but the INEC office is located between two flyovers. It's a highway, but people are not allowed to even drive in front of the INEC office. So the security presence here is huge. It's massive. So with regards to security here at the Collation Center, there is no problem, or there has been no problem up till this moment. Tomorrow is a new day. We cannot know what will happen tomorrow, but from the people outside, I can tell you that the security men are on top of their game in this place. They are promising that there will not be a repeat of what happened during the presidential election.
To answer your question, Charles, I am very familiar with Port Harcourt. I do know Aba Road, and I know the location of the INEC office, so I understand what you're saying. Thank you so much for your reporting, and we look forward to the resumption of the collation, as you have indicated, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., I believe it is, that you said. Charles Oporom, our correspondent in Port Harcourt, River State, live from the INEC Collation Center. Thank you very much. So back here in our studios, we've just got a few more minutes to conclude with our guest here. Yeah. Please,
we're talking about the results.
Minutes to answer,
the results management process. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
No, I didn't get your question again, please.
We're talking about the results management process, okay. Just before Charles came on.
Now, what lessons did we learn, do you think, from this process that we can take forward?
More specifically, how can we get INEC, to provide a central, briefing place that we can take these concerns about the state elections as well?
I think for states, it is a state level of INEC that handles this. While the presidential one was done by the national level through the chairman of INEC, but the ones for the states are done by the state level authority of INEC, and that is where we can take all our concerns to for solutions.
But isn't it worrying that we don't have clarity on quite a number of issues arising from the state elections as well, but we don't have, a system that we can use to hold INEC to account?
There is indeed a system. You can still write, contact the INEC headquarters for any irregularities you perceive at the state level. So you can actually, get in touch with the INEC chairman directly, by letters or other means you have to dispose of emails, whichever level of link you have with them, you can use that to make your comments on anything.
But the responses are not real time, just as the concerns from the iReV.
They're not real time.
Okay, so let's have your final thoughts on, the outcome of the state election so far.
Well, I would say congrats to the winners, and I will say that whoever is aggrieved should pursue it in court and not stick to protests outside. I would have loved to mention something on the FCT question as well, if there's still time on the FCT issue.
Yeah, go ahead.
On the FCT issue, we have had comments of many who are saying that we need to also consider that FCT must be won. 25% of FCT must be won by anybody to declare the Nigerian president.
Yeah.
I have an opinion on that, which is, of course, subject to adjudication by the courts. The winner of the election must have the highest number of votes cast in the election, and he must have 25% of the votes cast in a quarter of all the states of federation plus FCT. But what that means to me is 36 states plus 1, FCT being regarded as a state. So 25% of 37 states, FCT included, is what we should be looking at. And that will come to 24 2/3, which should mean 25, to make it a round figure. So we're talking of having 25% of the votes cast in 25 states, FCT inclusive. And that is what would make sense. But if we must insist, as some lawyers have said, and they are respected lawyers as well, that you must have 24 states plus FCT. In other words, you must have FCT along with what you have.
But is that what the law says, or is that the conjunction that the law says, 25 states and the FCT or plus the FCT? Because that and has been interpreted to mean alternatively or.
The and simply means 24 states plus one more state, making 25. But it does not mean that FCT must be among the 25 states. If you insist that FCT must be there, then you are saying that if a contestant has won majority of the votes, and if he has indeed won 25% of all 36 states of the federation, all 36 states, he won 25% on them too, and fails to get it in FCT, you will have failed totally. That would be ridiculous to go with, because it suggests that FCT people are special people. Suggests that they have a veto on who becomes Nigeria's president. It also implies that they have some sacred rights to anoint a president. There's nowhere in our constitution that gives all those rights to Abuja residents. Maybe we should all relocate to Abuja then and become anointed presidents. So there's nothing there. Really.
That's how we're going to have to leave it. I want to thank you so very much for being our guest on the program today. It's been a pleasure having you. Thank you for taking our time from your Sunday to be with us.
Thank you, Buki. Thank you, Ladi.
Thank you so
very
much. It was a pleasure having you. Just before we go on, there is a statement issued by the Ogun State chapter of the People's Democratic Party, which has called on INEC to declare the results of the governorship election held in the state on the 18th of March, that was yesterday, as inconclusive. This was contained in a petition signed by the secretary of the party in the state, Sunday Sholari, and addressed to the national chairman of the commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu. The party alleged deliberate and orchestrated violence allegedly unleashed on eligible voters in order to disenfranchise them. This, according to him, is a reflection of cancellation of votes in many areas of the state. The party is now calling for the invocation of the principle of margin of lead as established by the Commission in Section 24, subsection 3, which in effect is affected by the inability of a population greater than the reflected lead between the assumed winner of the election and the runner-up to come into place. So that's the crux of the petition from the Ogun State chapter of the People's Democratic Party, which is asking INEC to declare the results of the governorship election, which were just made a couple of minutes ago, as inconclusive. That is as it is. Buki, time for us to call for a break. We are going on a short break, but our continued coverage, round-the-clock coverage of the 2023 verdict state elections continues after this.